Hi there, welcome back to my channel Code Canvas, where we explore the extraordinary in the ordinary. Before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Let's get started. In this video, we are going to discuss one CSS property, grid auto rows. So this property is related to grid CSS layout, and when you are using display grid, you can use this grid auto row CSS property. So this property specifies the size of an implicitly created grid row track or pattern of tracks. In other words, you can say this property sets the size of implicit rows and any other rows that have never been explicitly sized in the grid template rows property. And this property is a part of CSS grid layout specification. So how you can use this CSS? In CSS, let's say we have this class element, some class. You can use grid hyphen auto hyphen rows auto, one of the possible values. 60 pixel is another value. You can use mean content or min max function as well. So these are possible values. You can also use percentage value like 40% or 33.3% because we have grids, right? You can also use fit content function, the values in that fit content like fit hyphen content, and you can pass like 400 pixel. So these are all possible values, and once you use this value you can set the exact row value, the size of the grid row. So let's go and create a simple HTML where you can check how this particular CSS property works. So for example, we have this div with some ID. So grid I am giving for example, and in that we have multiple divs. So let's say we have item 1 with ID, and let me copy this. So let's, for example, we have total 3 divs for now, 3 grid items. Okay, and using this CSS we will see how this property applies in grid system. So nothing for now, right? Let's create. So we have this ID, not class, ID grid. So to use this we need to use first of all display as grid. The grid value must be there, display grid. Let's apply some width, and let's see how it looks now. So right now nothing because we haven't created anything for those items. So let's go and create item 1 or item 2 and item 3. Background color, some color, for example lime green. Okay, now it should be item 1, yeah, item 1, item 3. Okay, so now display grid width. Okay, now we should have that CSS here. So this is grid, and because we don't have height yet, so height 200 pixel as well. Now we have this three grids here. As you can see, we have three grids here. To make it little bit clean, let's add gap between all those grids, and now we have three grids: item 1, item 2, and item 3. Okay, so to check how this property works in this grid, in this container ID grid, let's add one more grid property, grid template areas. And here we can pass the define, we can define the areas for this grid. So since we have added a space a, we are declaring two columns here. So if you want to make another column, you can make it 3A, or you can use anything you want here, like B, 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 or A, B, and C. So let's make it A, A, or AB, whatever you want, right? So once you use that A, let's hover here, and you can see here now we have total two columns and two rows. Okay, so now let's add our property grid auto rows. What should we give? 150 pixel. And now you see this value. So to make it clear, let's make it 100 pixel. So right now, as you can see, we have this grid auto rows value as 100 pixel. You can also make it 2 times 300 pixel. Then the first row here, the first row is 100 pixel. You can see the difference now. And second row will have 350 pixel, or whatever you want. You can also give 40% or in pixel 300 pixel. So you can use two values here. The first value is the size of first row, and second value is the size of second row. You can also give third value here, but it won't make any difference. It won't change anything because we don't have third row here, right? So to understand that, what we can do, let's add two more rows here, div, and item 4, item 5 here. With item 3, you can add item 4 and item 5. So now we have 5 items, and since we have added this grid container with two areas, two columns, it will divide these 5 grids into two columns and 3 rows. So here we have given 100 pixel, so it will set the size 100 pixel of each row. So grid item, not row, grid item, right? Let's make it little bit different. So 50 pixel, and let's make it 400 pixel. Now you can see the difference, right? So 100 pixel value is for first row, second value is 50 pixel, that is for second row, and 400 pixel is for third row. So using grid auto rows, you can set the size of implicitly created grid row track or patterns of track. So let's talk about the browser compatibility. This CSS property is supported by almost all the latest browsers, including Chrome, Edge, Safari, Firefox, and it is also supported partially by Internet Explorer. But that's fine. We are not worried about Internet Explorer anymore. All right. This was the quick introduction of how CSS property grid auto rows works. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Stay tuned for my next video and hit the bell icon to get notified. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you would like to see next. See you in the next video. Bye.